Much shalom, family. It is Siobhan here. Thank you for coming back. So it is day 22. Yes, it is day 22. And I woke up this morning and I was like, you know what? Yeah, I did wake up again. That's why I'm looking a little sleepy. It's Shabbat. I'm chilling on it, you know. So I was just like, yeah, you know, what do you want today? Like, how do you want to spend the Shabbat today? And so I kept thinking about meditating. Meditating has been on my heart a lot. Not no Hindu, Buddha, and putting the fingers together and sitting crisscross applesauce. Meditation is simply just pondering, thinking, going over things in your mind, you know. And so nevertheless, I kept thinking about that, and I was thinking about how I need to commit more to thinking about past testimonies, how he's been good to me and whatnot. Because in those hard times, it's easy to allow the enemy to make you feel like, yeah, it's not for you, he's not around, so on and so forth. And I have been doing better about battling against that, but at the same time, always need for improvement and whatever I can put in my artillery to fight against the enemy. What greater weapon, obviously next to the word, what greater can I talk today? What greater weapon than using testimonies? Okay. Using testimonies that you have known that you know that it is Yah and Yah only who allowed things to come into fruition for you. Momo, be quiet, please. So anyway, y'all go play. So anyway, go. You wasn't worried about it. Then take it with you. Anyway, so I was thinking about how there were times that were just like, wow, that's amazing. Yeah, you're so cool. So I was sharing with my family how, you know, what has he done for us? Let's share some things. And one of the things I was sharing about were my kids' deliveries and their births, and thinking about how Yah just had his hand in all of that. So I wanted to share some of those with y'all, just to be encourage you that your Father's got you, and he wants to add more witnesses to your life, more testimonies to your life, so that you can give him the glory, you can give him the praise, and that men will see who you respect and who you honor. Excuse all those cars, I know it's probably loud. So anyway, I've shared, well, let me just go down the list. So my most recent child, I believe I shared her testimony already, but just to reiterate, I've had 4 pregnancies to completion, and they've all been preterm except for the last one. Let me think, when I was about 12 to 14 weeks, they were trying to give me steroid shots, not even to guarantee her delivery, but to hopefully get me close to gestation. And so I was like, no, I'm not doing that, because it was like either once a week or once every 2 weeks, and that was for the entire pregnancy. That is not yours. No, eat your food. So anyway, told him no, and the doctor just was not liking that, and really was just ignoring me, and was like, well, you're too early in your pregnancy to start anyway, but in a couple of weeks you'll be eligible for the steroid shot, and we'll just start you up then. And I was like, no. So I switched doctors. It actually was his partner, and he was like, well, I actually recommend the same thing, but you're a grown woman, so you can do what you want. And I was like, cool, that's all I need. So I didn't do it. And I had my doctor throughout my entire pregnancy, and usually maybe 5 or 6 weeks before I'm actually due, I say 5 to 10 weeks before I'm actually due, I already start having cramps here and there and some bleeding or whatever, but none of that. I didn't have anything pretty much. And we had a false alarm. Thought I was gonna have her early. Nope. And it's so cool because we made it to 40 weeks, and 40 is the number of completion, and she was born on the 7th day of February, and that also is a number of completion. And so I'm going to meditate on that goodness right there. I'm going to give him the praise and remind myself of who my Father is. And as a matter of fact, the doctor who was trying to put me on steroids, he was actually on call and was the one to deliver the baby. And he even said, "Oh, wow, you made it." I'm like, "Yeah, buddy." I didn't think that was a coincidence that he was there to see that. My doctor's been there my entire pregnancy, and then at the event of all things, when it's time for him to really be there, he wasn't there, and it was that doctor. So, yeah, it's good. Hallelujah for that. And just thinking about things like that, how good is our Father in heaven, things like that, just making sure that your delivery is on time, and just cast your cares upon me because I care for you. One of the prayers that I made for her in my pregnancy was, Father, if I can at least get to 37 weeks, then I can avoid NICU, because I can't stand NICU. 2 of my children have been in NICU, and they both stayed exactly 1 month. And just the way that the hospital is set up, and they want to put whatever in your children and act like they're the parent and you're not, and they know better. I don't got good history with that. And so I was just praying I don't have to deal with that this time around. And, our Father, He gives in abundance. He don't just meet your request. He goes above and beyond. So not only did He get me to 37, but He got me to completion. And so I'm just going to give Him the glory for that. That's a good reminder of who my Father is. And it reaffirms who He is, too. So anyway, so many more testimonies. I'll share one more. So even my second born, she was my only home birth. I so enjoyed that. It was just me and my husband. It wasn't supposed to be. We actually had somebody who was gonna come and assist in the delivery, but it was ooey in the morning. She wasn't answering the phone. I think it just kept going straight to voicemail, if I'm remembering right. She didn't answer. My mother-in-law and my mother both lived maybe 10, 15 minutes up the street, if that. Neither one of them made it on time, wasn't answering at first. My mom's brand new truck at the time, her tire blew out. She was probably maybe 5 minutes up the road. She had to stop and get it fixed and all that. And anyway, seemed like as soon as we pushed her out, it wasn't even 5 minutes later, everybody started showing up. But nevertheless, she was a smooth delivery. Nothing went wrong, no complications. She came out healthy. We showed up to the hospital just to make sure everything was all right with her and me, getting us both checked out. Everybody looked at us like we were crazy, like, y'all planned that? And I was like, yeah. Kind of got in trouble with my OB. She wasn't happy about that, but it is what it is. It was good. We had a great experience with that. And just surrounded in the Word, had scriptures posted up on the wall, had music in the background, just letting y'all do His work. And He did, and it felt so natural and so right. Best experience I've had. And He's good. He's good. My baby's fine. We're fine. We're all alive. We're all here. You know what? I'll share one last one. Thinking about we're all here, we're all alive. Our house burnt down this summer, and we're all here. We're all alive. My husband is a hard sleeper. I'm not. He woke up from the fire. He heard something. It woke him up. I'm sound asleep. Nothing's waking me up until he screams and is asking where the extinguisher is, and not knowing the severity of the situation. I didn't take it too seriously. I'm like, okay, he's asking for an extinguisher. It's controllable. I didn't have my glasses on. I can't see very well without them. Nevertheless, we are. I go looking for him, and then finally, all I see is smoke. I don't even remember seeing the fire. So, long story short, we get out. We don't have phones, we don't have keys, we can't leave, we can't call, so we're running down to the neighbors, and we finally get in contact. And we had a family reunion, and there were people still in town. That was actually the last day, and people were going to be leaving. But it was early enough in the morning that nobody was up and ready just yet. So anyway, the chief of the fire department was actually at the hotel, and I was requesting to speak to my mother-in-law, and he said if I had not gotten y'all's house call on my radio, I would not be able to get you to her, being that she's a guest. And that was just, why was he there of all places? We needed to get in contact with them, and I made a way. So much more to add to that, but I'll leave it at that, and just know that is good. So that's what we've been doing today. We've been meditating on his goodness and thankful for him just showing up and showing out in our lives. And so, nevertheless, y'all, I ain't staying on here long. Much shalom to y'all. I hope y'all been enjoying your Shabbat. Those of y'all who don't know what Shabbat is, it is your rest day, and you are commanded to do so. Not on Sunday, but on Saturday. We don't know. The times and seasons have been changed and altered. I understand that. But basic understanding of the calendar that we have and what we're working with, Shabbat is the last day. It is your day of rest. You are commanded to rest and sit still. I am learning, or I already know that, but still learning at the same time. It is hard to sit down somewhere and rest. But now that we've been doing it for some years now, we look forward to it. It's a pleasure to rest on the Shabbat day. So this is how we resting today, and we're just enjoying our Father and sitting on the porch, eating a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And so anyway, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, or don't. I still love you, and consecrate yourself. See how you can spend time with Yah today if you haven't already. And if you have been, continue to spend time with him. Talk with him. See what you need to be working on. And all that good stuff. All right, family, I love y'all. Much shalom.